we are going to be measuring different things about a segment, including its length, its slope, and the midpoint of the segment. I want to uh, first off measure its length, and all the measurements are going to be in the menu portion of it. So, in order to do that, I have to hit menu, and remember your menu might not be exactly the same one I have. So you look through the menu, and we go to measurement. Now there are basically four things that you can measure. You can measure length, you can measure area, slope, and angle from this part of it. Now, we want to measure a length. So if I go from measurement to length, click on that, all I have to do is click on the object. So this is what I want to click on, and it gave me, and I moved that over there, 13.9 centimeters. So in this picture, it's 13.9 centimeters. Yay, we were able to create the length of 13.9 centimeters. Now I want to calculate its slope. And this works for any line that you have. So if I hit menu, I go down to measurement, and I go on to slope. All it up here in the corner says click on the object to measure its slope. I click on the object, and there's a slope. So I have 0.492. So I have a slope. I'm going to put that over here. I have the length, which is right over here. And now what I want to create is a midpoint. The midpoint that I want to find is, I want to go to, let's find out what we can do here. Points and lines. Anything about a midpoint? Unfortunately, no. Measurements. Anything about a midpoint? No. Shapes. All sorts of shapes, but not the shapes we want. Constructions. Hey, look at that. There's the midpoint. The midpoint is in the constructions. So we want to go to construction. We want to go to midpoint. And we click on that. And up at the top, you can see three different colored points. Two blue and the red. The red is the midpoint. And it just says, click on the segment. So all we have to do is click on the segment. And lo and behold, there's the midpoint. We have figured it out. Now, the nice thing is we can do this. I'm going to escape out of the midpoint segment because I already have the midpoint segment. I want to make sure that it works right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to menu, points and lines, and I'm going to go to point on. And I am going to grab this segment, and I'm going to put the point right on the other point. Or even better yet, I'm going to create two segments. So I'll do a segment from this point to this point, and now a segment from this point to this point. And now I'm going to measure the lengths of those. So the measurement of the length of this first segment is 6.95. Of this segment is 6.95. Now, we can actually do some addition here. And here's how you go about doing that. If I go to actions and I go to text, and I'm just going to say A plus B is equal to. So I created a formula. Now, what I want to do is go back into actions, and I want to go into calculate. And I want to calculate, well, I think the equal sign messed that up. So let me get out of there, go back into here, delete the equal sign, so I have A plus B. Now I want to go into calculate, and I can go to an expression here, A plus B, and now it says select A. I'm going to go up there, select A. Now it says select B, hit select B, and I got my answer is 13.9, which was the length of the segment itself. So I find out that that midpoint right there is exactly the midpoint we want. I'll do some more about measuring and things like that, but that's a quick way of just taking the segment and moving through there. We'll do this in a coordinate plane where I think it'll make a little bit more sense as well. So rewatch this, check out the points you need. It's all pretty straightforward, and the calculator is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for us. So just keep your eye on the prize when you're doing this.